Oh, guys, this series is giving me flashbacks. It's giving me so many flashbacks of Joker game. I can't necessarily say it's a bad thing, but if this series is going to go the episodic route, then it would be better off if we actually had time to get to know the people that are involved, the major players in the episode, so we can actually care when we get to the end. And much like Joker game, we're not getting that with Onihei so far. It's still pretty much an enjoyable series. I mean, I'm glad I got to watch it this late at night because I can kick back and enjoy it. Now I can get my thoughts out. But again, I can see why people will probably be put off by this. And again, it is a required taste. It's pretty much a crime drama. Again, like I said last week, it's Law and Order with swords. It's very contained. It's a episodic type of series, and things are wrapped up before the episode ends, but it's just not enough time to do that, and that can be very off-putting. So, on that note, what's up, everyone? It's your boy Infrar-Ed. Welcome to the Scott Report, as today I'm bringing you an anime review, episode 2 of Onihei. Now, this episode in particular, and again, I keep bringing up Joker game because I rather actually enjoy Joker game. If you go back and look at my reviews way back in like April of last year, when I was pretty much a rookie and still getting my feet wet, I covered Joker game from beginning to end because overall I still found it enjoyable, even though the anime community hates it. I just have to agree with them that sometimes the episodic type of ordeal doesn't work right unless you have a very long series, and I'm just thinking that this would probably only be 12 or 13 episodes. So with this week's episode of Onihei, Heizo has to track down a husband and wife couple who are basically going around robbing and killing people. Or in particular, in this episode, it was a shopkeeper that they lured in and they killed. I mean, the wife character, she was very beautiful, very busty, and she was acting like she was in danger. So this shopkeeper goes to help her or try to get his grab on, and that's when her husband pops up, wrecks this dude, has his goon straight up kill him, and they take his money, and then they laugh the way to the end. So that gives us our main plot of the episode, as the arson theft control unit has to find these people to bring them to justice, of course. And things aren't going that well with Heizo at home too, or maybe not that well, just a little bit of minor annoyance, as his wife is saying, you know, our son, he's beginning to get to that age where he's independent and he's going out, he's doing things, he's hanging out with these bad friends, and I fear that he's going to go down the wrong path or he's forgetting his sword training. And Heizo, he was kind of cool about it. He was like, you know, I was the same way when I was that age, and it wasn't until I met this man by the name of Samanosuke that my life got back on track. So maybe he's out doing the same thing. Let's give him some time to be a man. Let's give him some time to fill himself out. I mean, come on, I'm a cop, so if things get bad, I'll be sure to set him straight. But for now, let the boy be a boy and let him grow. And when he mentioned that his friend was this man Samanosuke was someone that was influential to him to his past, I kind of jumped the gun and thought that, okay, so maybe that guy is actually the husband that's doing this. But it looks like it was a little bit more than that, because these people are going around, and I don't really remember if they've done this on more than one occasion, but Heizo was actually able to go back to his old town, and he found, like 20 years later or 17 years later, he found a man who was able to get him a little bit more information by infiltrating this unit and finding out that they were going to rob this store. And then that's when he sent in an arson control unit to raid the place, and this guy by the name of Hattori is who has the woman. That was the husband and the wife. The man name was Hattori and the woman name was Ofusa, and it appears that Ofusa was actually a friend of Heizo and Samanosuke when they were growing up. They kind of had a friendly love rivalry between the two, but they kind of had a rift when she had to go away and she was married off to a very rich like shop owner or something like that. So again, you can see the predictability starting to build up from here. So they kind of split ways. They both went their own path when she left, and they never really talked to each other again. And they said, you know, if you marry her, I'm going to kill you. Just a friendly type of rivalry type of thing. But what comes to find out after we get to the raid, and we had another kick-ass sword fight scene, but is it just me, or did it seem like the conclusion when Heizo made that final slash look like it was the same shot from last week? Like, are they using recycled footage in this series? The animation isn't that great to begin with. I mean, it's nice, it's cool and all, but it's definitely not the best. But it kind of seemed like they were using recycled footage from last week with the raid sword fight. They were able to capture Hattori and Ofusa, bring them to justice, only to find out that Ofusa was the mastermind of this all along. You see, she used to be married to the shop owner because she was promised, she was sent off to this man and she had to go marry him again. That caused a rift between Samanosuke and Heizo. They didn't see each other again ever since. But the man that she married ended up like tragically dying. Like he got trampled by a horse or some shit like that. And she was pregnant too, and she had a miscarriage, and things just went bad from there because after the husband died, she was given to this man basically as property, and he wasn't too pleased with how she was as far as running the shop, and people were getting complaints about her. We don't know if it was true or not because she says it wasn't. And he was just fed up with it. He decided to just break off with her, kick her out, gave her a little bit of pocket money and said, get out of here. I don't need you. You're bringing down my business. She tries to go back home, and her old friends and family, they've all moved on because it's been so many years. And that's when she met Hattori, and this man took her in and basically turned her out to thuggery, sending her on the path that she's on now. So they've been doing these crimes for a couple of years now, but the whole time she was really just plotting to get revenge on this shopkeeper who was her husband's brother, who basically cast her out and made her the thug that she is. And he kind of gave her up to Hattori. It was like, you know, it wasn't me, she was the one that did it. So after, you know, she confessed to her crimes and said, you know what, I did this to get revenge because in this world it's either you're powerful or you're weak, and you have to take from the strong in order not to be weak anymore. That was the life that she lived by, and it hurt Samanosuke to actually see her in this state because he haven't seen her in so long. He absolutely loved her. He was like, you know what, I'm lonely, all I got is a sword, I don't have a wife, I don't have a child. He kind of longed to see her again, but you kind of had to put that together because we literally didn't get enough time with Samanosuke or Heizo in that matter to know how much they really cared about her or loved her or anything. They just had like a boyhood crush. And when he started breaking down and crying, I mean, I get you're supposed to feel bad because he's seen the woman that he loved for all these years go down this wrong path. But it was kind of like, this episode was just so quick and everything went by so fast, you just didn't have time to relate to it. So even though she ends up going to jail along with her gangster husband, and she was ahead of it at all, so she goes to jail too. I don't know, it's just like that emotion I'm supposed to have wasn't there because it just came to a wrap so quick. We didn't have enough time to care about these characters, and again, that's probably going to be the downfall of this series. Even though Samanosuke did say that even though things went bad with her, I got a chance to see you again, Heizo, so maybe we can be friends again from now on. So we got some friendship out of it, and that was the end of the episode. And again, it looks like next week is going to be another case entirely, so at this point, I'm pretty sure that every episode is going to be different for Onihei. Again, I do still love it. I mean, I like it. I don't mind watching it. I'm probably going to keep reviewing it. I'll give it the 3-episode test for sure, but I'll more likely keep reviewing it, especially if I get the time to do so. So guys, let me know what you think of this episode in a nutshell. Are you liking Onihei? Are you still going to watch it? Are you giving it the 3-episode test? Have you dropped it completely? If you like this video, go ahead and drop it a like. And if you want to hear more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as there's not a shortage of content for you to indulge on this channel. And as I always say, you guys can be anywhere on YouTube right now, but you chose to listen to me. I really appreciate that, so thanks for stopping by. On that note, it's your boy Scott signing out. See you soon.